So this video is going to help to support you to look at your item analysis questions that you'll need to do. So the first item analysis question is sort questions by performance. What does this tell you and why is it important to know? So I'm currently signed in as a teacher, and I'll go to tests and quizzes, and I'm going to look at pre-test reports. So this gives me a basic look at how my students did when they started it, when it was submitted, etc. I can look at score sheets, I can do that kind of stuff, but what I want to do is I want to go to the item analysis page, and what I'm being asked to do is to sort the questions by performance. So I'm going to come to sort questions and go by performance, and it's going to give me this sheet right here. On this particular assessment, you can see that question 1, question 2, and question 3 were what my kids scored the best scores on. And this was only a 5-question test, so you can see that just question 4 and question 5 were the ones that they did the least well on. The next set of questions on the presentation that we have is response analysis. And so right here you can hit response analysis and it will tell you exactly the response analysis. So one of the questions you have is, of the 3 questions met with the least success. And so we only had 2, which were question 4 and question 5. And so what is the most commonly chosen incorrect answer? And so you can look right here and you can see that on question 5, B was the most common, and on question 4, the most commonly incorrect answer was A. And so it asks why that's important and how does that affect your lesson planning and remediation. And so those questions are for you to answer. The next set of questions that you'll be asked to look at is you'll be asked to do a standards analysis, and you want to do that, and you can sort that. Again, you want to sort it by performance. So we're going to sort those by performance, and we're going to look at what 3 standards did students complete with the most success. And so you can see that the ones that were the most success were this standard, that standard, and that standard. So that should help you to answer those questions. One of the things that you'll be asked to do is to look at pre and post-test information. And so to do that, you can come over to the reporting section, and we only have 2 tests in this particular one. And so you can look at those right alongside of each other. And so this was the pre-test and this was the post-test. And so you can see that in this particular class, students actually went down a couple percentage points. And so, but this gives you a quick way to look and see how many kids grew and how many didn't. You can see when you scroll over it, it gives you the results trend and the lowest performing standards. And so that is useful information for you as well. And you can click on those and it will take you to a different screen. So, and you can also group kids this way very, very quickly. And so you can say you want to add a group, and we want to maybe look at just on this assessment. So we're going to look at the 7th math pre-post, and these are the students, and you click on this little arrow, it tells you all the students that were in your top quartile or quintile, your your upper group. You've got some that are right here on the cusp, and you've got those students. And then so you can click on these students and you can save a group. So say I want to save a group on this, I just hit save group, and this is my my low kids, or kids that need remediation. And then I can save that group, and that will come in handy later when I go to assign certain activities for them to do. So the last thing you'll have to do is you'll have to look at the correlation, the map correlation. And so that was the previous data that you worked on. And so you'll have to see how their performance on this assessment compares to that of the map data. And so you would look at these particular standards. You can sort them by standard set or by performance, and then you can look at those and determine, okay, so she did well, student Adams did well on this particular standard. How does that compare to how they did on the map test? And so that would have been your previous data that we looked at when we did the initial data cycle at the beginning of the course. Again, let Ms. Leach and I know if you have any problems at all or need any help at all. We'll be happy to help you. We're committed to your success. So I hope that this helps.